pips on me too.
It ran 200 pips on you?
Yeah, because I took a lot of the all the way up. Hold on a sec.
You said the CAD Swiss?
No, it wasn't CAD Swiss. Hold on. I got to reconnect to find out where it was.
Welcome, everybody. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get my light on. There we go. Now y'all can see me for real. Welcome, folks. I think Angel's in the building. We waiting for a couple other people to show up. Angel, you can talk. It's okay. How you been? Hope all is well.
All is well. How you been?
You good? You good?
Yep, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back in the building. My dad is healed up. He's healed my mom's birthday. So I spent a lot of family time with my kids. I needed a break from the world, from the internet. I wanted to prove that I wasn't addicted to the internet and Instagram and Facebook. I hope people don't think I don't love them because I wasn't on the gram talking to everybody, but I'm alive. I'm okay. I still love you too, Angel. Don't worry about it. This is how I do things sometimes. Brian, did you find out what currency it was?
Yeah, I'm going through right now. I had it closed. I'm pulling it back up now.
Okay.
It was one of the lower ones.
Angel, you still trading? We had some good trades this morning too, man. This beauty right here, 8 o'clock. Amazing. Amazing. I'm gonna wait for this Aussie dollar to finish cooking a little bit. D'Angelo, you trading still?
My government, though, yes.
Well, that's the only way you responded right now. I'm like, well, she ain't hit me the first time. You ain't want it all. You ain't no criminal, as they say back. Is you a criminal?
No criminal action here.
All right, well, then you good then. I like that pound Aussie just a smidgen. Let me look at relative strength before I start making any decisions. We got the CAD is pretty strong, the New Zealand and the pound. The pound is pretty strong, the CAD is pretty strong. What's weak over here? The Swiss, the Euro. The US is a little bit weak too. I think the US CAD is going to do an incredible drop. I think that thing is going to leave here and go, good night, sweetheart. Well, I just don't know if I got enough room on my. We got lower highs, lower lows. I think this going to do the tomahawk. And
it was the Euro New Zealand.
Euro New Zealand. Let's go look at it. All right, what were you looking at and where?
Oh, it was on your 3-hour chart.
Here? Or this morning or when? Which 3-hour candle?
On
last night or this morning?
No, it was the March 14th, 2 days ago. The 8 o'clock candle we were talking about.
Up here. March 14th, 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yep. That one right there.
Yeah,
you just had it on there.
Right here.
Yeah, that green one.
Yeah, you got to come down and break this thing down right here, player.
But no, you're that one with a very long wick.
Yeah, you got to break this candle down and find the zone in here, player.
Yeah.
8 o'clock. It happens like clockwork at night and in the morning off a beautiful previous candle. Let me see. What was that? This was 8 o'clock right here. Nope. So you're supposed to wait. Let me get out the 2 hour. Yeah, here you go. You wait until 8 o'clock. You sit right here like you're supposed to, like an eagle on a perch. And you sit right here. But you break this down until you find that good old crispy zone. And you keep going until you can get it to look like something. All the way. I'm sure you knew what you were doing, though.
Yeah, you see where it wicked up, and you see where it wicked. I was going short, so you see where
Oh,
it
you
wicked
going
up
short? Oh, okay.
yeah, I was going short.
I just saw these two higher highs. This right here and this right here.
Yeah, you see where that long wick is. I set my stop just above that long wick at 173.05. And it took me to 173.06. Yep, exactly right there.
Oh, let's go back then. Because I'm looking long, because you can take them either way. So if I'm taking the bottom of this candle.
So the reason I took that is it had previously busted. That candle had gone through the previous green one, the little short basing candle, had a long red candle.
This one,
next one over. Nope.
This one. Because this the spike up right here.
Yeah.
See, so I would have saw this and saw these higher highs right here. 1, 2, and I would have definitely saw this, but I don't know, the momentum. Yeah, it just depends. But I see where you were trying to go short right here at this candle.
Okay.
Yeah, this candle didn't break the low though. If this candle had broke the low, that's a safer short. This candle breaking the low. But it kept higher highs. And also this is still in a daily uptrend. See this? It hadn't broke this daily uptrend yet. So this daily low held this day and this day. So while this is still in an uptrend, a strong uptrend, until it turns, this is going to try every chance to hold that up until it cracks it. Because it's still in a daily uptrend. The best shorts, you see how this is going up in the daily? Your best shorts is something going down in the daily like that. And still with the 3-hour candle with this above it. Those are the best shorts that are in a downtrend in the daily. See, this Euro New Zealand is still, you get lucky if you catch that and catch the whole thing. You want something that's already doing this with what I'm showing you. You want something doing this, and then you come catch you a 15-hour candle. And then a 3-hour candle. It's easy to catch a 3-hour candle on the short side and ride it further once this comes above it. See now, because this is a downtrend, the chance of it spiking you up is not as much if you're catching it, This was in that special pocket still. And this moving average was still underneath it. The best shorts are stuff with this above it. See, above and underneath. It's just this is also above.
I tried to time it just right and I missed by a hair.
Yeah, but see, when you're taking something that's already doing that, you don't have to, it's less stress. Because this was the Euro New Zealand. I'm getting every long I can out of that. And once I seen this high or low at 8 o'clock, I probably was going to try and take that long. I probably would have found something better than that. But, until this fully turns and it's 3 hours above it. Let's say the Aussie has had this above it, See this moving average? And in the Euro New Zealand, that same moving average is still underneath right here. It's going to hold it. So if I'm shorting, I'm looking for something with the least amount of resistance. So Euro pound, you see how that's above it? You're better off shorting the Euro pound in that situation. Because now you're looking at multiple red 3-hour candles. So you're just waiting for one to retest and come back. So if you see this candle, you might short that. this pops up into here and then this drops, you might short that. And then catching parts of it because you know this is an overall downtrend. So you're taking this 3-hour candles, you're taking these 3-hour candles, and you might take this 3-hour candle because it's already down, going down. The trend looks much different this way. See that? And the Euro New Zealand is just now turning. So if you want to short something, you want to short something that's already turned. See how turned that is already? You're waiting for the Euro New Zealand to look like this. So I'm always going to go with my daily and 15-hour trend all the time. See how this is above? Now, if this was underneath, like right here, they're underneath. And this is a green candle. So, and it's underneath also in the 15-hour. So I'm going to go long somewhere in here. One of these candles is going to get it. 2 of them is going to get it. Because they're underneath. And then these are when they're above. So you want to take the 3-hour candle here. 3-hour candle here. 3-hour candle here. 3-hour candles here. And underneath, you want to take the 3-hour candles this way. So you're taking a 3-hour candle with the momentum. You just want all the moving averages going in your favor. You see how all of them are going? In the Euro New Zealand, you got some above, and you got a few. Still think you might got, no, the top ones are underneath. This is what was holding it. I want to see that before I short anything, all of this got to be on top. Before I go long anything, all of this has to be underneath in the daily and in the 15-hour. So I'm not going long till I see this, 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 but at the whole time, it still got daily trend. I'm not going short till I see this. And then I'm in a 15-hour. And if I see the previous candle look like this, I'm taking that. 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 I'm taking this, I'm taking this. If the previous candle's red in the downtrend, the next candle, I'm taking it. Bang. And in the uptrend, vice versa. This is green, this is green. I drew the pound Swiss the other night long. Remember that? Remember the Swiss longs I took the other night? I drew? This is why. You see that? And you got a trend line break. So this is why I drew those Swiss pairs the other night. Where's the New Zealand Swiss? Same thing. Because I'm seeing multiple green candles. Just like here, you see multiple red candles, and this is a free-for-all. So you're looking for something to be strong or weak with this. So if you remember the Swiss being really strong lately, I don't know if you remember that, Brian. Where'd he go? Brian, you hear me? I can't, you muted yourself. I think you muted yourself. BJ, what's up, brother?
What's up, big guy?
Yeah, Brian Dennis was talking about a trade he took before he came on here, so I was just helping him out with it. Larry, what's good? What happened, Brian? You cut yourself off? Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
Yeah, you want to take this with when it's, you remember the Swiss being real strong?
I do.
That's when you look at this. So if something's strong and something's weak, I'm going to make sure it looks like this first. The CAD Swiss, remember that? You see this? This before the turn. This was all last week and earlier this week when the Swiss was strong. When the Aussie was weak, you remember that? This all that. When the Aussie was weak. You remember, see all this? So I'm using relative strength with this. So if relative strength says you're weak, like how the Aussie's been weak, and I see this, I just need a red candle. I'm taking the next one. Red candle. I'm taking the next one. Red candle. Whatever time it is. I'm not trading if I don't see this though. If I see a red candle and you broke the low, I'm going in. 8 o'clock in the morning. Wow. Thank you. If I see this and it broke the lows to the left, this night, Asia session, I'm out of here. Wow. This is the algorithm, so it's really hard to go against it. You're gonna hurt yourself trying to go against the algorithm. The long I had the other night, this long was off of this candle, but because this is still above it, you're not going all the way up here with it. So
you trail stop with quarters.
Yeah, or I just take 2 candles or 1 and just go. Like this would have been good. I'm trying to get into just setting the target at 25 to 50 pips, 40 pips, and leaving. Because this right here, you can do that. Last night, you remember New Zealand had news, right? That made the New Zealand weak. So this news right here allowed you to take this candle at 8 o'clock because of the news. The news gave you this 17 o'clock candle at 8 o'clock. You're able to take that. But you're not going to stay in it forever because look what's going on above you. Now, if this was underneath, yeah, you could have stayed in this probably, but this ain't that. And it's seeing that before you trade. This ain't this. Now, if we were over here and we took that same long, we might be in this for a duration, for a moment. The longs are easier here. 8 o'clock in the morning, 20 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock right here. They're easier here. Just like shorts. When you see this at 5 and you see this at 8, there's no talking. This at 8 o'clock, I'm going short right here. Wow. Pound New Zealand this morning was beautiful. At 8 o'clock off this candle. This candle broke all the highs to the left. Pew, 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 and pew. This little hole. Broke all that. So at 8 o'clock, and I'm going with my rules. What's the daily momentum? This ain't going to go down until that happens. And until it does, this is where I understood trend is your friend until the bend at the end. Because if you use trend as your friend, it's just going to pay you. Period. So I'm looking for all of this. These longs right here. I want all this 15-hour candle right here. I want all of this. And then if you see this, you shorten this the next. Because I know this is already hanging over. Yeah, that's already hanging over. At 8 o'clock. This is what I think the U.S. CAD going to do tonight. I think it's going to shake, bake, maybe pop down. I'm not sure. It's trying to crack that daily trend. It ain't fully crack it yet. I might be too early too because it could pop up off of this. But this is when you want to go long. When the CAD was weak, here you go. Go long here. Off of this can. Once I seen this happen at 8 o'clock in the morning and break these highs, Asia session, I'm on you. And I might even take this again 8 o'clock in the morning the next day. Just looking for this and then breaking it down and finding, the 3-hour candle in it. See, this is what we missed. And now it's trying to crack. But it still got that. See this daily momentum? Until this is cracked like that, 15, you really don't, you want to short something already taking a bow movement. You want it to already look like that. You want it to look like this. Now this looks like, I already drew this tonight, but I think this Aussie Swiss is going to pop. This broke the highs. I don't know where it's going to come down into yet. Got to really look at it.
I'm already on that one in a small one, Aussie Swiss.
I think the
In
Aussie
the Aussie Swiss.
Aussie dollar was good this morning too. Beautiful candle. You see this? This candle was created last night. At 8 o'clock of this morning, it shouldn't take a gumshoe, but it's in that little area. It didn't break the daily trend, but it's trying to. So this bounced off of this daily demand. So this morning, this candle right here, I know I'm not going to be in it forever because it's still kind of a downtrend. But I can go long this morning off of this candle with some small time frame momentum behind it. Beautiful zone too. Break it all the way down. There you go. Oops. You just got to go until you see that zone. This is for tonight. I think it's still going to pop up tonight. It's going to flick off somewhere. But this morning, out of all of the candles, and you got two higher highs here. So this came back right at 8 o'clock. This little drop base rally right here. You draw this and you sit here until, you sit here for that hour and then you're done by 10:30. I think the pound Aussie, not the pound Aussie, that was last night. Pound Aussie had a right here last night. And this is a green. If I could show you, if it's still here. See this candle right here? Broke the highs to the left. This candle got a low, higher low, high, and a higher high. And it's a green candle. So last night, just waiting for this to fall into that green candle. And this popped up like 50 pips. It's a 5-minute hammer. Where is that thing at? This was last night, Thursday, Wednesday. Here it is. Actually, it's a 1-minute hammer. See if I can go to a 1 minute. This is a Taylor frame special right here. He loves these drop base rallies in a small time frame. Two higher highs, pop, pop. Actually, three from this low. Pop, pop, pop. So basically, it's just waiting for price to come back into here last night off of this green candle. And this was the zone. No, this was it. I'm sorry. Tripping. This was it. Sorry. They look the same. This is it. Sorry about that, folks. 5-minute hammer. This one right here. So this is the 15-hour candle. And this is waiting at the open for it to come down. So not necessarily 20 o'clock at 8 o'clock, but like 9 o'clock it hit. And it did that. Still out of the trade by 11. Bang. But it was off of, if I go to a 15-hour chart, it was off of, was it this candle? Nope. What zone did I? It was off of this candle right here. Nope, that was last week. 15-hour. Am I in the right place? Tripping. off of this candle. So if you look at this high and then this low and then this high, there's two higher highs, and this candle broke the high. So I waited for price to come back into this candle and pop back up here into this candle and then drop. But it's going to keep fighting. You don't want to short this because of this. And because of this, you don't want to short this. So something like this, I missed this. So now I'm taking small long. If you don't catch this, you're taking like small longs off the daily low and stuff like that. Taking longs off of until it drops. We got lower highs being created. So I probably wouldn't short that, right? I mean, go long that anymore. If it's creating higher highs and higher lows, yeah. And still got this, yeah. But I think these are the last longs and it's trying to turn. This might actually pop it back up because this candle right here, this candle broke the high to the left. So there's a long in here tonight somewhere. I think I drew it. Somewhere in this candle is a long tonight in this candle right here. Two higher highs, and there's a supply zone right here that got its face cracked. You thought we were going short? No. Bow. Two higher highs. I don't short anything at the top no more thinking I'm going to get lucky and catch the whole. What you're going to catch is a little of this, and we're going back this way. Somewhere in here is that zone. I got an alert already set. And this is the demand that broke this. And then you got these wicks over here. And the trend line break too. You want to draw it. So now it's just waiting during Asia for this to pop into here. Into this 3-hour candle. Right in here. That's if it comes back. But you don't want to hop in nothing. You want to let it base and pop right down in here. And if it doesn't, so what? And probably make this zone even smaller. And you always want to make sure something's strong or weak. You know, like the yen was strong last night before you short something. So this is yesterday morning. This is last night. And if the yen was strong last night, then this broke the low. And if we go to last night's relative strength, where is it at? Welcome to those in the building. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You see the yen right here like this? You see that? That's craziness. If I see this and then I go to the chart and I see this candle at 8 o'clock this morning, that morning broke this low. Last night, I'm shorting this. There's nothing to discuss. What are you talking about? Pound, every yen pair did the same thing. This broke the low last night. Let's go. Whap. So I was using relative strength with it as well, with the trend. Man, I missed all of this right here. Jesus. Oh, my stomach hurts just looking. Oh, this is what you don't want to miss at nighttime. Stuff like this off of this candle. This was actually the last long. Like this will keep going up because this is here. And while people are trying to short, I'm in here catching these last longs. Pink, 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 pink. Because I know it's still underneath and we not dropping. We actually about to stop you out. Until that turns or till some news comes out. Just try and go with in the daily, in the 15 with this. This looks like it's trying to come up to the yen pairs look like longs tonight because of the previous candle. They look like they got one more candle in them. This is one.
There's one of them.
I missed all my pretty longs. God dang it. This was a good short this morning. Amazing. This Euro Swiss. See how this broke this high to the left? It's going to try and now we got some momentum with us. So it's going to hold this low and follow the momentum. And the Swiss might be weak. Oh, well, check that out. The Euro's weak too, so it might be a better pair than the Euro Swiss to go long. See, you make that decision after the fact. Price coming down in here and then swooping right back up. We broke this supply here. There it goes. I just don't love it, so I'm not even going to draw it. I'm not going to get caught up. But it's in there. I'd rather, if I was going to take a Swiss pair, I'd take another one. These were good trades too. Remember we had called this the other night. See, when you said the other night about the fib down here, and I said I like to wait. This is why I wait. I wait till it cracks it so I can get that. So you wait till it cracks it, then you can get that. Or wait, this is gonna base, and then once it cracks it, then I'm in here. Not before, because I don't have time for all of this figuring it out. I want one candle or two. This looks like a long two. Is the pound strong? What's strong?
Yeah, pound strong.
Let me go back to today's relative strength. Trip. Yeah, you gotta follow relative strength with it, and it'll feed you. That Euro New Zealand that you shorted wasn't quite ready yet. That's big boy trading. That's when you take this whole area right here and you just sit.
That's generally the way I play it. But it got me by one tick.
I swear I knew he was going to say.
That's big boy trading. You can wait for all of this. Like, yeah, I got time, and then whack it. That's big boy trading. I'm just going to hold this whole area right here. I ain't studying you. Me, I'm in here dancing with you. Whack. Let me get that. Oh, you want to create higher highs and higher lows, huh? Whap. Let's try it again. Oh, we're not breaking this one. All right, that's cool. Let me get that 90 pips up out you first, though. And it's over quick. My tolerance. You know, I learned my own tolerance. I need something dependable and over quick. This pound CAD looks good too. I like this pound CAD. This candle is not playing fair at all. This candle said, bang, it broke this. It's got to have some love down here. See the supply zone right here? Cares that you supply. I don't care what you're thinking about doing right there either. It's not the greatest, but I know it'll pop. It's gonna hold this daily low. Hopefully. It's gonna try to hold this high and hold it, and it's gonna try to hold this low. And the reason why the buyers might win is because of this. It's because of this and this former supply zone that this just hit today. This base drop that we just steamed through right here. The chances of this going up than down is higher because of this and because of this. And because of probably some little homies down here, like this 45 minutes probably gonna hold it. You got all these underneath. 30. The 30's above it. What we got underneath? Yeah, it's still in that little battle. It's a nice little trend line break, rally-based rally right here, though. Got higher highs, 3 of them. Not bad. Is it sinking in, Brian?
It is. I'm still listening. I'm just feeding the cats. It's that time.
That's so funny, man.
There go this Aussie dollar off this candle. So this is this morning, and I'll tell them, be like, this thing's still going up. And I said, you know where this could go? Because of this morning. And then now it created this candle. So now all the 17 o'clockers are buying it off of this candle. And if this breaks the high at 8 o'clock, it's going to do something else. Or come back and retest these lows in here. Could have went long here, bang, and then at 11 o'clock, this candle right here, going long at 11 o'clock off the low of this candle back that way. I just should have been trading at 11. I should have just caught this and been gone. But I believe this is going to probably go up a little further. I just don't know where. Is the dollar weak? What's the dollar looking like?
Dollar's a little weak.
A little bit. The New Zealand, the Aussies over here. The CAD's over here. CAD yen might do something. It's got a nice, I just don't, this right here, I don't like. I'd rather go, even though the candle's green and it got this supply here, I like stuff. And this will still probably go long. I like when stuff all it looks like this underneath. Even though this is green, I'd rather take a green candle with some underneath it than a green candle. And it works still, it's just I gotta work on that. Maybe down into right here somewhere. We just crushed the supply zone in here too. How you doing? Somewhere in this candle is it. And this is the candle that said bump, 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 all of y'all. I just don't like taking longs this way. I like them when they a little bit, you know, got more underneath it. It looks good though. Looks like it'll fall right in here somewhere. So somewhere in this 3-hour candle is where I'm looking. And then from that, I just cut it in half and get to work. It could keep going from right here, but I need you to come back to this trend line break. I need you to, I can't just take you floating in midair like that. I need you to come back down. Even though you could, I need you to come back in here. So do something. Got some moving averages under there. Uh-oh. Really, you're just taking the previous candle that broke the supply zone or the demand zone. And then this broke it, created new highs. So that's really what you're doing. If price comes back down in here or here, that's a trade you want to take.
The one I'm waiting on right there.
somewhere down in this little area. And if it don't come here, I'll holler at you. And the supply zone is probably above it, but I don't care. If you don't come down here, I'm not messing with you. It'll come like right above that. But if it don't come here, I'll holler at you, player. Because it could just do this little foolishness and keep going. It does that sometimes. But I've learned, you know, it's best to just, it's this Aussie dollar from this one. I still believe this gonna go up. Might come back down and retest this. Prices to come back down here tonight. That probably would be a long. Just in this area, right? This is where price fought all afternoon at too. To break that. Just you gotta let this come up and then pinky. Cause it could come into this low and it could also hit this low. Seeing it in a bigger time frame too, because it looks jumbly here, but if you go to the previous 15-hour, this is the low of that candle that broke this high. So you got to remember that, you know, price could come and retest this low. It could test this low, but it could come past that and come in here. That's what you're looking at. Even though it looks crazy in a small time frame, see how this is the candle that did it? So you want price to come back in here and shoot back up. Price will come past this rally, base rally, and touch right in here. And don't budge if it don't do it. Anybody else got any questions? Mr. Mike Mitch, what's happening? Money making Mitch.
That's funny.
That CAD Swiss looks real good, and the CAD is supposed to be strong too. Swiss is weak with this green candle right here. What they trying to say? You coming down here is just, let's go back and look at it. You the candle, sir. I's the candle. Yes, you the candle. Yeah, it was you. You did it. You did it too, but so you got the Swiss is weak and you got all this momentum in your favor now. Instead of looking like that, it looks like this. Got two higher highs from here. 5-hour candle, so I don't want to go long off you. I'd rather go long. You the candle. This is two higher highs. So Price I have to come down in here. It's a nice little area down here too, but I don't know if it's gonna make it here. Thinking. I don't trust that booger right there. You have to come down, way down in the jungle, deep. So I need you to come back in this candle and show me some love. And it don't have to, too. That thing could hit right here and keep it moving. Wow. This little pocket right here. Preferably it comes past this wick and into here. Pass all of this down into this low right here. It should be just under 500. This wick right here. This wick. This all trickery. Like, yeah, we leaving now. No, you ain't. Stop lying. This 1 hour drop base rally. Wow. If it don't trick itself back down in here, I'll holler at you, player. This 1 hour drop base rally right here, that trend line broke this supply back that way. Created a new high. So these lows created a new high. This little doji area right here. If it don't come back down in here, later. See, I don't like bottoms, but if I do, I gotta wait till like that third candle before I go long off a bottom. Pound Swiss. This gonna go long too. Euro Swiss. Swiss pairs about to get 8 and up. Swiss pairs look really good, but it's Swiss is weak, so. These, I really be looking for head and shoulder stuff right here. Like this a head and shoulder. Chris comes here, that's a head and shoulder, right? Hello, all my people. Am I the only one in here?
Yeah, there's one. A reverse one.
Right. So, well, yeah, reverse head and shoulders. But sometimes it'll look like this, the same way. And you're looking for, you know, it may come here, but if price don't come down in here, nope. You see the buying pressure here too. So price has to come here before I do anything. This 15-minute rally, base rally. I don't care about this. I know you finna break this. I need you to come to the lower quadrant of this area that broke this high. Or broke these highs anyway. Other than that, I don't care what you doing, Playboy. I won't be too tight. But you see this wick over wick right here? Price got to come check in on that. So basically you're taking the low of this 3-hour candle. So instead of taking this 3-hour candle, this 3-hour candle, you know, every previous 15-hour candle, top or bottom, is 5 candles. And out that previous 15-hour candle, you taking one of them 3-hour candles. I don't care how you break it up. If this is all previous 15, but you went long off this candle. So really you just picking what candle out of the multiple candles you're going long. So this has to come off this high and retest this low for me to go long. So you're taking the low off of this green candle right here. That's the whole part about the Asia session. You got to wait for them to come back. The dollar's a little bit weak, and we done created higher highs with this New Zealand. Maybe this won't get back down here till tomorrow morning. This looks good. Trend line break. It fought for a while right here. If it comes back down here, that might be pretty awesome. Right in here. Blink, 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 blink. It'll be down there tonight sometime, I promise you. It looks like it's still right now. Wait till 8 o'clock it. And 8:30. That thing will be down there so quick. Ooh, that look like a pooper scooper, boy. Trend line break. Skidoo. I got my moving average and cut across all the sellers. Shut up. That boy gonna come down here and scoop him. Binking. Pooper scooping. See all the selling right here? Now you on my side. Now you back over here with us. Now you're back hurt. Just need you to come back down.
That's not too much selling for you?
What? It's not too much selling.
Waiting for that that candle to come back down in all of that trading.
Selling?
Well,
what do you mean from selling here to me to come here?
Yeah.
Nah, I just put an alert here and walk away from the computer and wait for my alert to go off.
Well, makes sense.
I'm not going to sell it to get here. This right here, and then this come down, it's going to have to retest this candle. This is a hammer too. You see what kind of candle this is?
Yeah.
That's a daily hammer with a daily 200 underneath it. Pooper scoop. And we got higher highs and higher lows. What you think we gonna do when we get down here? Off of this. We just inch by inching right now. But I wouldn't sell it. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna wait till it get down here to retest this low that broke this drop base drop right here. I want you to retest this candle that broke that. This candle right here, this very bullish candle right here. This one. Say, oh, you supposed to sell right here? Yeah, but we don't care about that. This very bullish candle right here that closed with barely no wick. It's not the greatest, but it's a good, and you know, I think I can. I did it. Yeah, you did. Let's see if you can do it again. But yeah, there's other stuff already that you can go long on that don't have all this on top of it. And that's the stuff I look for. But this right here is strong buying pressure for this to come back up and at least try this high one back time before it come back down. So I would take this back up. This hammer, I would take back up to this high and go somewhere and sit in. So I'm taking this 15-hour candle to this 15-hour candle and I'm going somewhere and sit in. Not trying to be like, yeah, no, I'm going from here to here. Bye. To the highs. I'm not even going to let it get up there. I'm good right here. Thank you. I don't need to go to the last stop. Let me get off at my stop. New York stop. I ain't going to the terminal. I'm going to my house. Yeah, I wouldn't sell it. This is where you would just wait for price to get there based on relative strength, showing the dollar being a little weak right here and the New Zealand being in front right here and here. So because relative strength says this tonight, like right now, you're taking advantage of this by looking at this. You're not just randomly doing it. It's a cooperative work between these moving averages, relative strength, and structure. Because this had to break something too high or highs. It has to be structure here, number even. So it's not like you're just randomly doing it. You're also taking relative strength with you. Whether it's this or the New Zealand's supposed to be strong, the Swiss supposed to be weak. You can almost just see it right here. See, I just don't like this being on top and this candle not being green. This one is though. 15 hours green. So based on New Zealand and Swiss and these higher highs here, and this green candle here, you're going to find where in here to go long with relative strength, and because of this structure, and because these guys right here are now this way. So you trading with the trend when it's like this, or it's like that. It's like this. Right now, it looks like this. So that is more likely to happen. It looks like this. If it looks like this, I'm going long. If it looks like that, I'm going short. With relative strength. Because obviously the Swiss has been strong lately, and that's why that looks like that. So if you took any Swiss pairs lately with relative strength and use structure, you got you some. Somewhere. Hopefully. Remember, out of all of these candles in the previous 15 hour, which is this one, right? Just like this right here. This green candle is no different than this one. It's just I like when they break highs, because that means the next one's higher lows and higher highs. That means the next candle we're going to try and break a high. So out of these 15-hour candles, which 3-hour candle am I going to take? This one ain't fresh. And from what I've learned, sometimes we get greedy and want to just jump in. And as soon as we get in, price does this. And it comes right there. It gets there faster than you think too. And you're better off waiting for this anyway to come down here. It comes down right here. See, like the head and shoulders pattern, and then it creates a zone, and you got a trend line break. That's what you want. Dang, this might not come back. It's acting hungry. Swiss is weak. Did you hear what I said? This should come back down off of this wick. Selling pressure. So basically, when something's red, you waiting for price to retrace that night and drop. Like this last night or this morning. And when something's strong, you're waiting for it to retrace and go up off the previous candle. It's just finding that sweet spot. This looks good in here too, but no. This right in here, price will blow right past that and end up right in here. Pink. Drop right in here. Don't you tarry too long. You got some higher highs and you got this drop base rally right. Something like that.
Cats.
The cats?
I have to feed your cats. I hear them barking.
Nah, that was my Alexa giving me an update. It's going to be intermittent rain.
Question.
Yes.
This is a basic question now, but does it matter to you how many candles you have inside of your zone?
I'm not looking at. See, the thing is, people trade a lot of small time frame. And that's what I had to learn. That, you see how prices come into the low right here and come into the low right here? You see this? If you go down to a small time frame, it looks like trash. But that's how you got to look at it. You can't get caught up in this. Because you looking at this instead of this is the low of this candle. You can't look at it like that.
Okay.
And that's why I try to help people with, like, if you looking at it in that 2-minute time frame, you don't know what this is. If you know what this is and then you go down, that helps. But still knowing, this coming into this candle, if you break this down, this candle right here, this off the U.S. Swiss popping up. You see how this candle right here?
Right.
If you go lower than just taking this candle right here, you might be in trouble. Because sometimes you won't see this base rally. It won't make, sometimes you'll see it and sometimes you won't. Those are the best times when you see it look like this. When you just go to the previous 15-hour candle and be like, there you are. Every once in a while it does that. Those are my favorite. Like the pound yen. This night right here, off this candle right here, if you break down this candle, the zone was just sitting there pretty. This happened the other night at 8 o'clock. Sometimes when you go into the previous 15 hour, the zone will be right there. But if you trade in the low, it might look, it might not look like that. If you trade in the low. Sometimes you just want to trade the low, like this low right here. Or this half of this low right here. At this point, you don't even care what it look like smaller than it. I just know I want this right here. Because then you go into a smaller time frame and you lose everything. Because now you don't even know what you're looking at. Right now, toast. You don't even know what you're looking at, right? At this point, you're lost. You're lost right now. You're like, what the heck is this? But in a high time frame, out of this whole candle, you I'm gonna just take this right here. If price comes back to me, it does. If it don't, it don't. I'm gonna just hold this low right here. And sometimes there's a zone there, sometimes it's not. Aussie dollar this morning did the same thing. Kinda. It's just gonna hold. Let me find something in the uptrend. Sometime it'll come to the middle of the candle and sometime it'll hold that low. When something's really strong, yeah. But them candles close very bullish. When something comes back to retest, like that means the candle didn't close as bullish as these. See how this had to come back and test that low? So that's what I'm noticing is sometimes the more bullish the candle, the less it comes back. See how this low right here? You try to go in here and find zones, you might find a couple of them, but you just better off just grabbing that last candle and taking half of it or the low of it. Like I'm not going to do much more than it right here. Once I see the low of this right here, and this created two higher highs, I don't need to know nothing else. What am I going here for? To get myself out the trade? Now I can come in here and kind of, okay, I see what you're doing down here, but you're not going to see that all the time, this pretty zone. I love when it looks like this. But sometimes it's going to be sometimes going to be chitter chatter. Or you know in your trade plan, if your previous candle ain't got a zone, then you're not taking it. You can do that. Pound dollar because the dollar is weak. I love this candle right here. Just this candle low. It might be a zone in here. It might not be, but I do know this is the low. Last low we created before we made new highs and broke these highs. Now, if there's a zone there, thank God. I just know it's a lot of buying pressure here. So you got to go all the way to a small time frame to find this drop base rally or this down here. And now you're just waiting for price to come to this drop base rally, right? Because this supply zone right here, it held, and then this candle said, what you talking about, Willis? Broke the high, bump you, and I'm going to create another one on top of you. And a third one. I'm going to let you know I ain't playing with you. The rest is you wait for this right here. Thinking. Or just measuring how deep into the previous candle this can go. This is beautiful. See this? Sometimes you get a candle, it'll open and won't even come back. See this? You just never know how far into the previous candle price will come, so you got to go look. And once you find the zone, that's the one you take. You just want the highest probability zones more than anything. Like this coming off of this, a higher highs. When it get here, please believe it's going to do something. Please believe that. If it gets back, it look like it's like bumped at. But that's the trick to get you in there now. No. Boo. That's a good candle, but like I said, and this will work too. The euro pound worked last night, but I just love when this is underneath more than when, like this is, you know, you want to do good, but something's hanging over you, and I don't like that. And it'll still pop up. You just got to know what candle. If you see a red candle, I'm not going long this candle. No, I got to see a green candle for me to go long the next candle. That means you're waiting for the market to show you something. This candle's green, so this candle going up is a high probability after this finish smacking it down. Oh, hammer, then the next candle, then what you finna do? What's the next candle finna do? Somewhere down in here, in this little terrain. and then finding out what you like the most. The rest is favorite pairs, the time you trade in, personal preference. I think this previous 15 candle looks better than that one. That's your preference. Or if you prefer to go short, you're looking for a red candle instead of a green one. Uh-oh, something's headed down to the down, to the diggity. This looks like. Uh-oh, Esther's in the building.
I'm late, super late.
I like this right here. This is right nuts, as they would say back in the day. This is purdy. Right in here. Right in this little 500. Done. Because this broke all your little futile attempts to sell anything and then shoved the green candle in your face. Hold that. It's just now relative strength has to kick in and, you know, the other stuff. This is pretty. I like to see a zone too. Instead of just, you know, but some, I know that low gonna hold sometime no matter where it's at. Sometimes that low is a pretty picture like this that created the two highs. And sometimes the low is jibba, jabba, jabba, jibba. It look like this. You just know this is the low. So I don't care what you trying to do. I know this is the low right here that created this. Knock it off. But you got to know that. Or you just really good enough to take this 5 minute, 10 minute hammer right here at 500, which I wouldn't doubt your skill. These are the people that took the whole zone. These are probably the people that took the second piece, which was this. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, so yeah. Yeah, I like this right here. This ain't too bad. What this candle look like? Woo! Got some headhunter on it. It's trying. Yeah, that might not be a ooh. That might be like ooh, because it's trying to turn now.
Yeah.
It's still a daily low though, and these goos are still here. And this candle is still a strong candle. See this guy right here? Small time frames will mess you up, boy.
So you more of a swing now. You like dilly dally in the higher time frame.
No, it's not swing. It's using high time frame zones to get bigger intraday results. Because if I can go down here and find a small zone, this zone ain't big, but I still got 150 pips out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather get it one way than to be sideways with you. Like I don't want to go through that. Like if this keeps going up another 500 pips, I'm not going to hold it from right here and then you go do all this. I'll take this, get out. I'll take that, get out. I'm not doing that. I got things to do. I ain't got time to sit here and nurse you. And let you drive me crazy. She loves me not. Who got time for that? Not me. She loves me. See how this look crazy in a small time frame?
Yeah.
Looks
It's all sideways.
Looks nuts. But if you go up to a higher time frame, yeah. Hey baby, got a little head and shoulders. Reverse. That's not bad. They all gonna reverse into a candle. You just gotta pick one that you also, because it's Asia session, you more likely to take a yen pair or Aussie or New Zealand pair. More than likely. Man, this New Zealand's like bump that. That thing is getting tough now. You want to be a tough guy.
Can you take a look at the Aussie Swiss if you haven't yet?
The what? Look at my
The Aussie
US kid. Aussie Swiss. It's gonna pop back in here. That dollar's weak, so I was already looking at this. Two red candles. This broke this low. Big red daily candle. What you think this finna do? Off of this. Bing, bang, then pop up, bang, then curve around. And you got these dudes not underneath you, but on top of you now. Now you in trouble. Still watching out for this though, but that's definitely a little rip right there. Knew that was gonna happen. You said Aussie Swiss?
Yes.
That thing left me already, I think, or
It's bouncing.
it'll have to come off some supply and come back, if anything. Because sometimes the market, it'll hit at the open and it might not come back, but I don't chase. So that has to come back and come back down in here. Because you'll think that's going to go north and it'll come back. Even though I do like it. We at this point. So a lot of times we go long and then they get here and then drop. Because people are going to retest that high. Doesn't necessarily have to come back, but I wouldn't touch it till it got back down here. Me personally. It's got to come back down into, and this could have been it right here. This little rally base rally, and now it's out of here. But I need you to come a little deeper into that thing. I need you to come down in here. Touch this moving average and get familiar and all of that. I don't like how you just trying to, because you'll think it's leaving now, and it could, but it'll hit this. And and I'm sure some of y'all done got hit like that plenty of times. Oh, it's going up. No, we're not. Then you get out the trade and then it goes back up. So let that hit this and then get red and then get back green. You dig? Because this did break the high to the left. And we got higher lows and higher highs. I just don't think right now is it leaving. And if it does, hey, congratulations. If this breaks the high, then the 8 o'clock candle will probably keep going. Or the 8 o'clock candle could do this and then do this. And then back. Because sometimes price will leave at the open because it'll hit the zone at the open. This Aussie yen is definitely going to be a long too. This was the long the other night off the previous 15. Off of this candle. And this is supply too. I went long again. Bang. Like, you're not finna drop, fool. I see you. That was 50 pips. And that's from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. A little over 11, but you could have set your stop, a target. Or just got out at 11 o'clock with 25, 30 pips. I'll holler at you. Now you see how this candle looks? This price gonna come back here or here. That's your biggest issue. It's gonna go up. You just don't know if it's coming to here or here. As they say, take the zone closest to current price. If that plunks down in here, that's not bad. It's a nice previous candle. It broke the high to the left. You might get up to the high. It's just, you can't fall for I'm leaving right now. You gotta, because when price retraces, it creates the wick. The retracement is the wick. So you see how these got wicks? You're just waiting for the candle to do this and create a wick and then go back that way, just like any other candle does. So in the evening or in the morning, that time you waiting before your trade hits is creating a wick. Red candle hanging over. New Zealand might be a little strong. Yep, the New Zealand's a little strong. Yeah, now you can short it, Brian. You can short it now, buddy. See, we got less issues now. We got a red candle now, a good one. This was red too, but you still had some stuff to break. And then now you can kind of take the short off of the 15-hour candle. But like I said, I like this hammer right here in the 9-hour. That's why I was really looking at it too. In the 8-hour, that's a hammer. That's like, are you stupid? With no wick at the close. We are out of here. That's basically what that candle says. Little 4-hour drop, base drop. You probably gonna get down in here too. You got some selling pressure here. You see this right here? The buyers are gonna fight till this is fully cracked. If this still underneath, they're gonna try you still. Weekly still underneath, they're gonna try you. But see, when you got all of that above you, you ain't gotta worry about it. This still underneath in the weekly, so they're gonna try you right here. So really, I'm just using the daily, the 15-hour, and weekly. These guys right here, and I'm judging what I'm gonna do by whether they over or underneath. Right at 500. Bang, gang. I wonder if it'll. See. I wonder if it'll come up a little high. There's some good previous 15-hour candles here. It's just waiting on them. It's 10-hour pound dollar. This candle is serious. High time frame. Stay there. I'll be getting messed up myself sometime. Low of this candle. This is, remember I said check the 5-hour candle? It's the 5-hour candle that created the 2 high. Small time frame will tear you up. Yeah, it's gotta come down. None of this. You gotta come down. Here, player. See how it look jumbly? But this is it. Somewhere in this area. This is too close. This is too close. Because you gotta look at price gotta come down here some off of this. And you don't want to be, you know. Somewhere just this low of this candle right here. Somewhere in this candle you want to be. And it might break this candle and come down here and then go back up. This little base rally in the 8-hour. High time frame. So when you in a small time frame trying to see zones, you just remember this is a 8-hour base rally. Just know that. So don't get caught up in them. This drop base rally is a 5 hour. This is a nice previous candle. And this one sucks. So you have to be coming back down to here. You know, you always taking the strongest candle underneath you. It respects it. You want to take the strong candle underneath you. This the strong candle. Whether it keeps going or not, I'm taking the strong candle underneath me. This one right here. Because none of this did anything. So staying right here is bull crap. You gotta come down here. See me. And it'll come right past this wick over wick down into here where this stuff is at and go back that way. High, high. Like how this came down here, this will come down here. And you be right here like, yeah, we finna go long. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, snap, we finna go long. No. So you always gotta wait for that the trickery to be over. Don't fall for the trickery because price will come back. You want that candle that's strong out the bunch. So this candle ain't strong. I want a strong candle out the bunch. You always want the candle that's kind of strong. This might hold because it's 21 even, but you know, I'm not with that retracement. Don't get caught in this and then price comes back down here.
Explain what you said. You're not into retracement. What do you mean by that?
No, that's why I said I'm into the retracement. I'm not into, meaning if I buy it, now I gotta hold it and let you retrace. Like I'm not with going through retracements. Because I done got in it too soon. Now I gotta wait for price to come. You see how this bounced off the strong candle?
Right.
You basically, like if this was now and this is 8 o'clock, you're really taking this candle long. And that's over, how many pips was that? That was 45 pips. So really you waiting for this and price retracing to this and then pop. It just did it over the, you know. See how this came back down and then went long? Right now, that's what you waiting for, price to come back so you can go long. It just did it without us, that's all. That pair specifically did. This US CAD is probably gonna fall. Are you good on the Aussie Swiss, Esther? I didn't finish asking you.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
D'Angela, you good in there? You learning something?
I am. Thank you very much.
I like this too. Because the Swiss is weak. It's not too bad. The buying pressure on this candle right here, if price comes back here at all, that's like, even though this is above it, that buying pressure is crazy and the price got to come back and fill that up. So never get caught in what, you know, going long right away. This candle, 2 higher highs. It's a 150-minute rally-based rally, steaming too. Blink. Price will cut all through this and come right down to 250. Wow. Head and shoulders you. When you can see it like this, then it's okay to take, the zone in the candle, but you still know, even though that's a small zone down there in the small time frame, you still know that it's the low of this green candle. This is why I don't like going along with stuff still above it. See, when you got stuff underneath you, it's Christmas time. Even this gonna pop though. It's gonna pop a little bit. See, you want these shorts last night. And what I learned too is these trades don't happen every day. So you just gotta catch them when you see them. The really good ones, they don't happen every day. So you gotta catch them when you see them. New Zealand CAD is coming off this candle pretty nicely. Then you watching them so you know what you're gonna get in at 8 o'clock. Like this candle start closing extra bullish, you might. Because this might not come all the way to the low. Let's see. Now this might be it for this one. Let me see what the CAD looks like. It's kind of strong a little bit.
A little bit.
I like this though. This gets down here in that Euro Swiss. If it tries to get cute. Aussie CAD is trying to go off early. Off this candle, broke the high. See this? See how this came to the low, people? It came to the low of this candle. See the strong candle I'm telling you about? You want to take the trade off the full candle.
It's coming back though.
Already. Excuse me, y'all.
The team in the drop by your drop.
Mm-hmm. This that next candle gonna fall into here and probably keep going up at 8 o'clock. Because that's what you're doing also right now. You're looking at the 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock candle to see how it closes. Off of a previous candle like this. That means my Aussie dollar's working. Stupid. God dang it. Didn't come to the low though.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a bad dog.
But I should have stayed in this morning.
Still, yeah, held it.
And held it. Because I saw all of this. And I saw that 3 hour, I got you. That 3 hour, don't you go nowhere. That 3 hour, I love to you. If I see this before my candle, I'm on you. But I already knew what this was finna do. So this at 8 o'clock might continue to run. Then you can also use too, if you go to FinViz, right? You might see something before 8 o'clock. That dollar looks like crap right now.
Right now.
Right now. So, it's like, what are your dollar pairs looking like? Can I get one of these candles up this way? I don't like this as much. I got to really be in love with that previous candle. Something like that. Higher lows, higher highs. I got to really be in love with that candle and the momentum. And that's what keeps you just from picking anything. If you look, you can tell the stuff that still got this above it is struggling harder than the stuff that doesn't. Just look at the chart. See how this is going to make it, but the struggle is harder than something that already got it underneath. It don't need no help. Oh, I'm out. So I wait until I see it like this, and then I find the candle to hop in on. Yeah. I still would wait. We either wait or depending on how this closes, you take the 8 o'clock candle and ride it too. Like we did the other night. I don't know if y'all remember the other night. Do y'all remember the Zoom from the other night?
Mm-hmm.
I know you do. Brian, the rest of y'all remember the other?
Yeah.
I know you was here, Brian. Esther, y'all see what the candles did at 8 o'clock from the other night? Y'all remember?
Uh,
The other night, the trades I drew up the other night. You remember what
yeah,
they
you
did?
had you. I think you were.
The Aussies, this one,
New Zealand.
and the New Zealand
the
pairs.
USD.
Yeah, Aussie dollar, Aussie dollar 2 from the other night. See how this came back to the full candle? 8 o'clock. And we had the New Zealand pairs. 8 o'clock. New Zealand yen did a little bit. This was on top of it. So you're just seeing stuff like this, you know, like, nah, that's not as good as this. You're underneath it. And that might be the difference from you taking this than the New Zealand yen. So this happened at 8 o'clock too as well. This was like 50 pips too. If I'm not mistaken, this was like 50, almost 50, 40. And the Aussie yen did over 50 pips. Just about. Off of just, and I didn't catch it from like down here where I wanted to. I'm catching the top. So imagine catching it from right here or right here. So then you're catching, you know, multiple candles or just 2 good ones. I think it was it the Aussie Swiss or the Aussie CAD? It was the Aussie CAD too at 8 o'clock. Aussie CAD came to the low of this candle at 8 o'clock and popped up. So like say if I had a zone down here, I'm watching this candle close. So now my zone came from here to just taking the low of this to that, which was like 30 pips. But that candle gotta look beautiful though. I can't just jump in any one. What was that other one we was looking at? The US CAD and something else that was falling. The Euro something. We was waiting for the pound Aussie to get down there too. The Euros New Zealand was falling. That's a beautiful previous red candle with this. And this is, you know, this is what I like right here. You see how this was news last night? New Zealand's popped up, or the Euro New Zealand popped up at 17 o'clock. At 8 o'clock last night, you could have took the long off of this candle last night. In every New Zealand pair. I prefer the Euro New Zealand or the pound New Zealand. 8 o'clock last night, this was perfect. Long from here to here. One candle. At 8 o'clock. Just practice, folks. Practice, practice, practice. And don't ever think price is going to leave you. This thing will come right back down here. Overnight. Please believe it. This next candle will be red and come off of this wick and start coming this way. And then do that. Don't fall for it. And let this come down in here. Meet with these wicks right here. If it don't come down here, I'll holler at you. You're a nice candle though. But you got to meet me halfway. You want me to do everything in the relationship. No. I don't care how bad you is. Y'all know what I'm saying. Ain't nobody that cute. I got to do everything. Every night I got to fight to prove my love. I like this too. Anybody got any questions before I get out of here? Aussie yen looks good. This looks real good if that plops down in here around that 500 area. That looks really nice. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna put an alert on that bad boy. Very nice. Just got higher highs. Just look at the chart. We're not going. Yes, we are. And you just wait. Very nice. Very nice. You can almost set and forget off good previous candles if you want to. And that's what I'm trying to get to too. That looks spendifery. Man, that looks good. Looks like my chicken wings and I'm about to eat. Man, that looks beautiful. And then after you fall in love, you set an alert and you wait on it. What I mean by fall in love is during the time between 5 and 8, you should find you 2 previous candles and some relative strength to fall in love with before 8 o'clock. This looks textbook. Y'all all know what the textbook look like. This look textbook and you know it. Clap your hands. This looks textbook right here. No wick at the back and bump your supply zone you've been trying to hold me prisoner. Let me free. I'm creating 2 higher highs on you to know I mean it. Then you wait for this. And that's about it. It really, But by the time 8 o'clock hits in the morning or at night, you should be in love with your candle. This should fall right down in here somewhere. This is a nice full candle too. It's saying something. Every candle should tell you something. It should say something to you like, I'm tired of going down. I'm ready to do some up. Somewhere in here. Then you got this low right here too, but I think this it. Right in here. And sometimes they leave without you. Like I should have held this from 8 o'clock. I knew it, man. And I said, DJ, watch this. The trade I was in was the creation of the new candle. Because I went long this morning off of this candle. With these wicks. This morning at 8 o'clock. I saw this. I was like, hey there, darling. Good morning. And then you find the candle that's responsible. You find a good full candle. Oh, you want to hit people with garbage cans. Oh, that's the full candle. So this morning at 7:30, 7:45, you wrapping that sucker up like a Christmas gift. What do you think you gurned? Oh, there you go. Now, what candle out of all of these is the monstrosity? You trading half of this candle, period. The low to this. Rally, base, rally. And this is what I mean, Dennis, when you catch a swing trade off a previous 3-hour candle. You didn't mean to, but you can. You might not have meant to catch it, but you caught you a swing trade off a previous 3-hour candle. I have to get dinner ready. Okay. No problem, Angel. I'll be back here every week. We're going to do some morning ones too so we can see the same thing in the morning. The same 8 o'clockness. Come down here. You see this doji here? So you know price is going to come here or below. Nice full candle with no wick at the close. So you just got this area right here. See how this looks all jumbly? This is what I'm saying. You got to have the high time frame in your mind till you get here. Got to check every time frame. This is what you wait for at 8 o'clock in the morning. This right here. And you catch that piece. Bang. That rally, base rally, drop, base rally, hammer right here. And price hit it at 8 o'clock, 8:30, whenever. See, down here might not make as much sense. But this little rally, base rally right here at 9 o'clock. So you waited an hour but you were out the trade by 11. So 11 at night, 11 in the morning, you finish. Period. Depending on how, you know. CAD Swiss looks good too. See how they trying to act like they want to go up and then turn around like maybe I should, yeah, maybe you should come back down here and get a couple folks. If you quad this is the low of 25% too as well in the fib. You can do all of that. You can trend line check, you can fib that and make sure this is in the lower percentile of this whole move. And that's what sometimes it'll do too. You can just see this, all this on top right here. It's gonna have to come down. But the imp is to go back up, you gotta come down and get the people in this wick here. What is the Euro New Zealand doing then? Still gonna drop? Yep. CAD yen too, folks. The CAD is pretty strong. This zone looks pretty good. So and then what I do is I write them down, my favorite 3. That way I'm not confused. So by 8 o'clock, I should have my 2 or 3 favorite previous candles written down with alerts. Then I'm going back to watch TV or whatever I'm doing. But the work is over. Now you just waiting for this. Kinda. That's what you're waiting for. This is a nice candle, but this is the full candle. So this should let you know this ain't the candle we leaving from. Like you ain't it. You it. This candle got a BBL. You feel me? And it got a drop base drop right here. So we got to come down in here and catch us some. Maybe this little drop base rally, right? You got to stay high time frame. Somewhere in this drop base, you know what I mean? Somewhere in this little area. Because this the full candle, not this one. This one. You want the hardy candle. Price will go past you and get to the hardy candle. I want the hardy candle. Unless you hardy, then we go. But if you ain't hardy, we going to the hardy candle. Never forget that. So when you breaking down your previous 15, look for the hardy candle. The candle that looks like chunky soup. You ain't doing nothing but nothing. And every night you should be able to find a previous candle that you love. Every night and every morning. Without fail. That should not be hard. Last night the euro pound worked. I couldn't believe it. But it did. Here you go. Prettiest thing. If it looked like this, I would have took it. But it looked like this. But if it was like this, oh boy. This would have been my 8 o'clock candle right here. Yeah. But it also happens at 5 o'clock too. So these 3 o'clock candles obviously happen at. You don't have to trade the 8 o'clock. I just choose to trade the 8 o'clock. But you can trade the 5 o'clock. Any interval of 3-hour candle. If you saw this at 3 o'clock in the morning, be my guest. They all don't happen at 8 o'clock. It's just I like the ones that happen. See this hardy candle? At 8 o'clock. What's up? What's happening? But I know I'm not staying here long. Because of this. Now, if we was over here, I might hold my mule, but we over here. So your longs are going to be short-lived. No pun intended. So always look this way. I really don't like these longs as much as the ones that got momentum, but they still work. Because this euro pound last night did the Watusi. Because I like hammers. I like hammers like this. Certain candles represent, you see how this is a hardy candle with no wick at the close? That's very high probability that this candle gonna do that. This was, the only reason why I looked at this because of this. My previous 15 candle was a hammer or whatever you call that. Not a hammer or whatever.
Shooting star.
Right. Thank you. I can always count on you. I'm gonna need you in these meetings a lot. I know they something. I just don't know the name of them all. And because it was a shooting star, this was my Hardy candle last night. And if you check that candle, the Hardy candle, it ain't you, player. You the Hardy candle. Or you. I picked this one. This was the Hardy candle. Let's go to the 5 hour. See, this is all hammer. So you really ain't got a candle until you got here. So this the Hardy candle, and we hit and did that. But there's a zone here. This is not random. If you go all the way down to a small time frame, you will see a zone here. Larry, you all right over there? Happy belated birthday, player. This is zone. This was it right here. This rally-based rally. This thing said, at 8 o'clock, did this. I was like, son of a gun. But because of this is why I be scared. I don't know where you gonna turn at. Anywhere in here. So I'd rather you look like this when I do it. Because I'm not worried about nothing to the left that's going to slap me. But it still worked. Because I really wanted to know if the shooting star counts as a previous candle. But I see it now. It does. This counts as a previous candle. A bullish. Scary, but it counts. See how all of these are coming back now? Hold on, where's that pound Aussie at? Yeah. And because of this cuff over, I gotta watch you. That cuff over is real. I'm watching you. Euro New Zealand still falling. Yeah, you write your 2 or 3 favorites down and you just go with the flow. Yeah, this Aussie's strong. It's like several. It's when you catch it down here, or you catch it like 2 or 3 candles in, and then you get like the rest. That's what I like. It's just that now everything's falling. When I was on vacation, or going back up. When I was on vacation, I missed everything. All of this. All of this. Now I gotta fight through this crap. It doesn't happen all the time. So when you see it, you gotta get it. And a lot of times, Dennis, the 4-hour zones are inside of these previous 15-hour candles. So the 4-hour zone with the trend, you'll bump into it just doing this. Like, oh, this is a 4-hour zone for weekly income. So you'll bump into it just doing this. You'll bump into the 4-hour zones that you take anyway. Like, oh, this is a 4-hour. Oh. So you'll bump into these 4-hour zones in previous 15-hour candles anyway, because they're going with the trend. So you'll just run into these 4-hour zones just by happenstance anyway, just because the trend might be up. See how this is at 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then you wait for this to happen. And then by 9, 10, 11 o'clock, you long. See, what I had to learn is if this is here, this means nothing. Because we're trying to get to the top. So if you fib this, these trades are always trades trying to get to the top. And these trades in the middle are always trades trying to get to the bottom. So your safest place to trade is this 15-hour candle and this 15-hour. The ones that's trying to get somewhere. Like this right here, we trying to get to the top. So I'm not worried about you. And if you do this from high to low, this is the 50% line. So a lot of your trades are going to be short from the 50% line down, off the 15 hour or off the previous 15 hour. I'm trying to get to the top. So if you look at all the longs, dang, gosh, I hate looking at it. They try to make it somewhere. So this supply zone right here, I'm not worried about you. I'm trying to get to the top. So this, you're not my concern because I'm trying to get to here. And it's just seeing that ahead of time. Come on, Pound Aussie, don't you try that foolishness. Get down there. Just have some strength left when you do. A little bit. Euro New Zealand's already cracking. I wonder what that 8 o'clock candle finna do. Probably come back up and drop some more. What's the U.S. CAD doing? I know that's probably gonna come back up in here and then drop. Anybody got any questions before I get out of here? New Zealand Swiss looks really good for an 8 o'clock candle. Like really good. Nah, let's let it. It looks good, but it's closed. I need you to come further back. Actually, Brian, this is a 3 hour rally base rally right here. See that?
Yeah, I see it.
So you actually taking a trade off the previous candle, but it's a swing zone anyway. So I already kind of, after this fight right here, I already know what this candle finna do. That was the hit. I'll let it come down though. Let's see. I'm gonna let my alert come down here. To this low. I'm gonna see if it comes down there. I don't just want to jump into it off of these wicks. And the Swiss is strong. I mean, weak too. So multiple candles. Some of y'all might take this next candle at 8 o'clock. It's not impossible. Come right in here in the next candle. Pow. It's just not a super full candle, kind of close halfway, but it could. And it's the candle that broke 5 even. Let's see what it does. I'm not in love with it, so I won't take it. I'd rather it come down here. In fact, let me take this off. If it doesn't come down there, then oh well. It's drop base rally down. If it doesn't come trickle down here, then bump. Anybody else? Don't fool yourself. Wait for it.
In the hardest part.
It is, but it's worth it. Oh boy. Aussie CAD looks like it want to pop. I like this. I definitely like this. At least for a second. Yeah. That's not bad. That is a really nice zone right here. Price can come back down here. What's 750 at? It's an Aussie CAD. I don't know if that's gonna do 50. Let's see what we look like to the high. I do like this though, to pop right back up. I got the 15 moving average underneath me, the 5, 10, 20, 30. That's not a bad 8 o'clock trade. That's going to pop right in here and pop that way. Off of this zone, that way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should do the Watusi. Anybody else have any questions? BJ, you good over there? What's that pound Aussie doing? Playing still? I'm not budging. Try and trick me. I'm watching. I do like that Aussie CAD for like right now. I kind of like that trade. See when it look like this right here? It leans back into that previous candle, then shoots up that way. Just like this. Lean into this candle and shoot back up that way. I want you to lean into this candle and shoot back up that way. You know what I'm talking about, people? People? And you can do this at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the evening, every day. Depending on your previous 15-hour candle. If this shoots up just to right here, I'm fine. Let me see. I don't like this moving average above it though. Let me see what's going on. It's a nice fluffy daily candle though. Oh boy, that's gonna go up just for a smidgy. Yeah, that's gonna work right there. 8 o'clock shuffle. Come down in here with it. Right in this little area. Not a head and shoulder, but it's still a popular area. I'm going to post this too. I haven't been able to post the other recordings because our sound was kind of messed up. But I think the sound is right now. So I think we can we'll probably post this. Plus, I try not to give away too much free information on the internet. So when I like get into my mode, it's hard to like hold back from giving y'all this. And people on the internet get it like, oh, I didn't know all that. I'd rather give it to y'all than to just be randomly given. Oh, y'all might have heard my sound effects. That's cool.
That's your money dance from Taylor Frame.
I got sound effect. I had to put that in here too.
Taylor Frame was trading in class one time. And he had one of his things go off, and that was his money dance song.
Yeah, you gotta have that. You gotta have that. I learned how to hook this up to TradingView now, so we can actually see the trades. I wasn't doing that before on my other Zooms, so people can actually see the trades. It's a 3.5 to 1. That's fine. I'd rather people see them and they record it so people can, you know. And get into the habit of this, and also news and stuff like that too, having other stuff to talk about so we don't go crazy. Like I did find the fact that 11 banks rescued one bank. Isn't that amazing? Y'all want to watch that? It's about a 2-minute video. Yes, no, maybe so.
Go ahead.
Y'all want to watch it? So we're not watching this trade? I don't know what that was. All right, I'm about to play the video. Give me 2 seconds. Get some news in our life.
Which is trading lower in after hours after the market close following the announcement that 11 of the nation's largest banks are depositing $30 billion in the bank. Yahoo Finance's David Hollerith has been following the story. David, what can you tell us?
Well, so Inez, the deal is, almost a dozen of the nation's largest banks. And it's sort of broken down in terms of what they're putting into this deal to First Bank. Bank of America and JP Morgan are putting in about $5 billion apiece. Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are each depositing $2.5 billion, while U.S. Bancorp, Truist, PNC, State Street, and Bank of New York Mellon are each putting in $1 billion. So these deposits are uninsured, and they're supposed to stay with First Bank for at least 120 days. And obviously, this is an effort to shore up First Bank. You've been covering this story all week. As the stock is clearly been taking record hits, at least over the last week, ever since Silicon Valley Bank has failed. And, I think this is like a very interesting thing compared to the 2008 to 2009 financial crisis, and that JP Morgan stepped in and bought many banks during that period. And this is much more of a group effort of, what we have right now is more banks could potentially come in, but we have 11 of the largest banks in America, essentially trying to help the 14th largest. And that's kind of interesting from a competition standpoint. And Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen also commented on this. And we have word that CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, and the Treasury Secretary met today. So, we don't have a full picture of what led to this exactly, and what this means, but it's definitely it's an enormous effort to see something like this. And I think, we'll want to be hearing more about what this means, and obviously what happens tomorrow when the markets open again.
And we will be watching First Republic right now. The stock is down 13% in after hours. David Hollerith, thanks so much for joining us.
If you
Uh-oh. So what y'all think about that? Or did y'all
Weird. I thought the other banks would just let it fail.
like from a competition standpoint, huh?
It's not an
Throw it under the bus. That's more money for them.
Something like that.
That's crazy. But I guess
they want everybody to think that banking is okay.
That is funny.
Exactly. That's what they're trying to do.
That's crazy. From a different,
They probably didn't want to run on their banks.
right? Let me get your money. Let me help you before.
That's exactly it.
I'm like I said the other night. I said I might have to go to the bank.
No, they don't want no. They're like, we got everybody. We cool. Everybody it was cool. We'll give them some money. We'll let them make some interest off that money for a couple months.
Just chill out.
Bring it back.
Just chill out. That is funny.
Yes.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna pay attention to a couple of these previous candles. I do like this coming off this base rally here, and then kind of cuffing like this. See how this came in and left, and then the next one left? You're looking for that to look just like this or like this. Got it, people? You kind of almost set and forget this, which I'm doing right now. Just leave it right here. I won't mess with it no more. And just leave it just like this. And let that be the target, the high. and we'll see what happens. And it's recorded, so I'll post it later. And then we'll watch ourselves later, I guess. Cool? Everybody cool? Bitch, you cool? Everybody good? And I see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Good.
Take it easy, Q, and have a good one, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what this.
Good night, everybody.
I'm gonna see if this pops back up this way, so we got something to talk about tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow morning or yeah?
Well, not tomorrow morning, literally, but you know,
Oh, okay.
Sunday. I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
Maybe something to post about in the chat tomorrow, in the group, Facebook group tomorrow, and we'll talk about the strategy and all that stuff. All right.
Wayne's.
Sounds good.
All right. So
Thank you.
Okay, brother.
no problem. No problem. I'll see y'all later. YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Always do.
I'll see y'all tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Sunday. All right.
All right.
All right. Cool.
Take it easy.
Thanks for the support, y'all.
All right, man.
All right. All right, YouTube land. We have found the Aussie cat. And I'm just going, I'm gonna go find something to eat and I'm gonna let this rock. Let me know what y'all think. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. Thank you for joining. All right.